From islands with thousands of penguins to deserted landscapes surrounded by unexplored glaciers, traveling to a remote location provides a sense of freedom. And the beautiful surroundings you'll never forget when you finally arrive there will allow you to make the time you spend there all worthwhile. Welcome to our channel, where we share with you all of the amazing places on this planet to put on your bucket list. If you're new here, we know you're going to like it here. And if you're a subscriber, thank you for coming back. Without further ado, here we go. 8 of the world's most remote inhabited islands. Number 8. Macquarie Island. Macquarie Island is a mountainous island located in the southwestern Pacific Ocean. It measures 21 miles in length and 1.9 miles in width. This is an outcropping of Macquarie Ridge that lies at the border between the Pacific and Australian plates. This island is a UNESCO World Heritage Site because of its unique rocks. Macquarie Island and the nearby islets are unlike any other place on Earth because they are the only locations where mantle rocks are actively exposed at the surface. Macquarie Island is also home to around 80,000 fur seals, including many southern elephant seals, Antarctic fur seals, New Zealand fur seals, and sub-Antarctic fur seals. Southern right whales and orcas frequently visit the seas around Macquarie Island too. The massive vistas that stretch from the shore will be an amazing experience for any traveler. And if you're a bird watcher, you'll be glad to know that 13 distinct species of breeding seabirds make their home on Macquarie Island, including the indigenous Macquarie shag and the royal penguin. Number 7. Spitzbergen. Spitzbergen is the largest island in the Svalbard archipelago in Norway with an area of 15,075 square miles. Due to its position about 516 miles east of Greenland's coast and some 590 miles north of Europe's coast, the island is cold and snowy and is home to a large population of polar bears. Another unique feature of this island is the not-so-secret seed vault. The seeds of the world's reserve food plants are stored at the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, a guarded facility dug into a hillside. The seed vault has enough space for 4.5 million different kinds of plants. With an average of 500 seeds per packet, the seed vault has enough space for 2.5 billion plant species. At present, the seed vault houses over 1.1 million unique seed varieties from nearly 190 countries. Number 6. The Curculin Islands. The islands of the Curculin in the Indian Ocean are characterized by windswept glaciers, mountains, rocky outcrops, and huge fields of tussock grass and moss. The Curculin Islands' average yearly temperature ranges from 35.8 to 46.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Seals, albatrosses, terns, and 4 different types of penguins call these islands home. The Curculin Islands are in the southern section of the Indian Ocean, a place so far away from everything the main island is called Desolation Island. The network of nearby roughly 300 islands encompasses a total area of over 2,400 square miles and is administratively a part of the French Southern and Antarctic lands. The islands are uninhabited by natives but are home to between 50 and 100 French scientists, engineers, and researchers who work in the region. Number 5. Easter Island. Easter Island is a small volcanic island off the coast of Chile. Almost 1,000 enormous moai were created on this island by the ancient Rapa Nui people. Numerous massive stone moai and other relics on the island attest to the island's cultural prosperity. The progressive reduction in their numbers, however, may be traced to the effects of the agricultural clearance and the Polynesian rat. The population was further eroded by disease and immigration to the neighboring islands like Tahiti. Roughly half of the 7,550 people who filled out Chile's census form in 2017 said they were originally from Rapa Nui. So the ancient tradition still lives on. Currently, 887 of Easter Island's famous stone heads are on exhibit at museums all around the globe and on the island itself. While a few of these sculptures depict whole humans bending at the knees, the great majority only have torsos that end at the upper thighs. Several of the island's once standing moai have been buried up to their necks as a consequence of subsiding ground. Stone chisels were the only tools available to the indigenous inhabitants of this island, who carved each one by hand. In order to construct one moai, a group of 5 or 6 worked on it for a year. Number 4. Borrie St. Kilda. One of Scotland's 5 World Heritage Sites, the main island of Borrie, was abandoned in the 1930s owing to a shortage of food. The archaeologists must have been surprised to find signs of people living on this island, which at first may appear fairly boring. Borrie is protected by the National Trust for Scotland, so visiting requires special permission. You'll need a lot of patience and good fortune to reach these rocky beaches, since this isn't an island designed for landings. Since the National Trust purchased Borrie in 1957, more individuals have climbed Mount Everest than have visited the island. A great deal of historical data has been uncovered on the islands. It is believed that the Vikings visited the islands on numerous occasions over a period of at least 2,000 years. The island's 2 major cities were Bay and Glenmore. Most of these settlements have been deserted, and the land where houses once stood is now covered in grass. Number 3. Keeling Island, one of the Keeling Cocoa Islands. The Cocos Keeling Islands are a group of tiny islands in the Indian Ocean between Australia and Sri Lanka. The islands have a double name because they have been called both the Cocos Islands and the Keeling Islands throughout history. The atoll consists of 27 coral islands, only 2 of which are inhabited. About 600 of Cocos residents identify as Malay. The vast majority of these people adhere to Sunni Islam and speak a Malay language variety. While Australia and other far-flung locations provide the bulk of the country's food supply, local farmers and fishermen also contribute. The island's mainly Malay population has brought many elements of Malaysian and Indonesian culture to what is officially part of Australia. Tourism that emphasizes hands-on experiences in natural settings or on the sea is a new and quickly expanding field. Large marine life, such as hammerhead sharks, stingrays, dolphins, and more, make Cocos Island a popular scuba diving destination. The remote Cocos Keeling Islands may be reached in a variety of ways. It's possible to use a commercial airline, a private aircraft, or the time-honored way of sailing to get to your destination. Number 2. Niue. A vast raised coral atoll may be found in the Pacific island country of Niue, which offers a lot of adventure considering its modest size. This island is part of a triangular group that also includes Samoa, Tonga, and the Cook Islands. Despite being the smallest sovereign republic in the world, the Rock of Polynesia in the Pacific has a lot to offer the adventurous tourist. Between June and September, humpback whales travel to Niue's warm, sheltered waters to give birth and rear their calves. A little bit of trekking, climbing, or perhaps swimming will take you to some stunningly gorgeous sights. Guided kayaking, fishing, caving, and hiking trips are also available to guests. Alofi, the capital of Niue, is home to around 1,600 people. It follows the western shore of the island for a considerable distance. Number 1. Tristan da Cunha. There is no more isolated human settlement than Tristan da Cunha. Visiting this island is like no other beach vacation. There is nothing to eat, no places to stay, no banks, and no hotels that take credit cards. Diesel generators are used to produce electricity. There is no airport on the island, and the journey from the nearest destination by boat takes 7 days. The entire population of Tristan da Cunha, 269, lives in the island's single settlement known as Edinburgh of the Seven Seas. This British overseas territory is the most remote area on Earth. Moreover, this is not a regular island. The island is composed entirely of lava and pyroclastic material, making it a stratovolcano and hence a volcanic island. At the end of 1961, after landslides and earthquakes caused considerable devastation, a volcanic eruption from one of the north vents compelled the whole population to migrate to England through Cape Town. After 2 years, once the geologists gave the island the all-clear, most of the inhabitants came back. Now that you know the 8 of the most remote islands in the world, we have some bonus tips for you, should you decide to plan a trip to one of these remarkable places. Here are 3 essential item categories to bring on your journey to a remote island. Water bottle. It is recommended to bring a water bottle with a filter in the event that you cannot find any fresh water while on the island. It goes without saying that you'll need a good water bottle on your tropical vacation, what with all the walking and other outdoor activities you'll be partaking in. Toiletries and medications. The tropical island's humid climate makes sunscreen an absolute necessity. Make sure you have all the toiletries and medications you'll need for the duration of your trip. Insect repellent spray. Humidity on tropical islands is an ideal breeding ground for insects like mosquitoes. These have the potential to lead a variety of diseases, some of which can be fatal. Insect repellent is an absolute must-have for any trip to a tropical destination. So, which place was your favorite? Comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, you're definitely going to love this other video from our channel. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want more content like this. See you soon, and until then, bon voyage!